What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the blue color, playing as Hades. His name is Kvoth. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Set. His name is Gaboo. Game number 2 of this best of 5 series, as Gaboo does... Wait, did he get hunting dogs? Don't tell me he got hunting dogs. Just veto it. Veto it, Gaboo. You've got the veto button. You've seen the water. I can't stop. It's a recorder game. There's no veto. So, now it's time for another kind of rehash on exactly how competitive Mega Random works. So, there are several different map layouts that are possible here, of which there are land layouts and there are water layouts. The water layouts have got around about a 20% chance to pop up. Not only do you get a cow or you get herdables in your main base, specifically somewhere if it's a water map, but you also get told in chat if it's a water map. So Gaboo in this game is either unaware if that's the case or is actively deciding to not go for the water on this map because he thinks that he can't win it against the Hades. Now, that could be true, and I don't discredit him for that thing. However, there are vetoes available in this game because certain maps we accept are just unfair. For example, Greek on a Mediterranean style map like we're watching here would be an unfair thing for a set player to play against, so you can veto this map. Now, you only get one veto in the series, but that should be enough to put the odds into your favor, or at least prevent any absolutely imbalanced situations from happening. Now, I could be wrong. There may have been a veto already used in this series, and maybe Gaboo's gotten unlucky, but nonetheless, he's not even going for the water. So what are some ideas here that Gaboo could actually go for off of hunting dogs on this sort of a map? Well, idea number 1 could be a villager rush onto the docks. This is something that I haven't seen very much of before, but let's say, for example, you're playing on the map Mediterranean. Now, against a Hades player, this probably isn't the best of ideas, but you could arguably go for a 3:36 advance time of some description, villager rush the dock down, prevent a second dock from coming up from your opponent, potentially even kill a villager while you do it, and then start fishing in the classical age after your opponent has got no docks. You can also get some cabinets out as well while you do that. It's definitely a strategy that you can go for. Whether it's a good strategy or not, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's something to try at some point. Giving away my strategies before I even try them is maybe not the wisest of decisions, but you know, maybe it's a way to go for Set. Yeah, we'll have to give it a go at some point. Don't tell anyone that I might try it on them, but I might try it on them. Alrighty. So what are we going to see then? I don't know. Gaboo might rush a second town center, or might rush a third town center. Maybe put a dock down in a hidden position or something. As Kvoth, he has been incredibly great. No, he's got his temple up, so this is very standard. It looks like he's going for a 430 at the moment, which would be a perfectly reasonable way to play, and it does seem like that's the case here for Gaboo. No, sorry, for Kvoth, it's the advances. Gaboo, on the other hand, very, very late to the next age. He's onto the walrus over here as well. As the villagers are moving forward, we still haven't seen a dock getting placed down. I would love to see a second dock because this could be 100% part of the problem here for Kvoth if he thinks, well, my opponent's just not fishing. That's his bad, but that doesn't mean that he's not got a different strategy up his back pocket, though a 2000 HP dock is a very, very difficult to kill dock indeed. But we'll see how things are going to go. Anyways, relics on the map. We do have the hardest folly over here with an extra little bit of line of sight for your scouts. Thunderclad Short, very, very good relic there with the reduction in pierce damage, and especially good against Hades because it levels the playing field a little bit against the Hades bonus there. Veto's Defender, not really going to be that useful in this matchup, though against Set, this is a big, big relic actually. 250% villager pierce damage, killing animals in one shot. And the toothed arrows over here, plus 5% archer, ballista, Cara ballista, pierce damage there. And that's a great one to pick up as well to level the playing field even more in this matchup, as we see Tar coming through for Gaboo very, very late, and the Ajax coming out for Kvoth, as the game is going to continue ahead. If Gaboo just allows Kvoth this advantage of having the water, this is like just starting the game behind, not 1 minute. It's not just 1 minute behind. Like say you start the game and you just don't build anything for a minute. It's not 1 minute. It's not 2 minutes. It's 3 minutes. Because there's 12 fishing spots here. So that's 12 villager advantage that Kvoth could potentially have here over Gaboo. That's like 3 minutes head start that Kvoth gets in this game. So we'll see what Gaboo can do if he can manage to make this work. He does pick up a relic over here. He's going to be chopping a second town center as fast as he can on this position. But Kvoth is already getting his own second town center behind this. Kvoth doesn't care in the slightest. We see a vision onto this position. He could hit these villagers here. He's got the Wadget in position. Going to be utilizing the shifting stance to steal away some cows here, but is that really the best use of that god power in this situation? I don't know. There's hunt up the wazoo, and that's a technical term, ladies and gentlemen. Hunt up the wazoo on this position. There's berries over here. There's walrus. There's aurochs. I don't know if those cows are that useful here, but Gaboo wants to steal them. And we'll see how things are going to go. As Persane is on the way, we see the final fishing ships are in for Kvoth. He is taking full advantage of this situation that his opponent has gifted him, and he is going for the big boom completely here as the settlement is going to be getting completed here. And Kvoth going to make his way over onto this granary very, very shortly to eat all of this hunt. Enjoying that very much, I'm sure. Meanwhile, the villagers moving up onto this gold mine as well. So, I mean, Gaboo could go for a fast third town center here, which it looks like he's doing, but Kvoth is already in position. He's got the Minotaur. He can send in the Chiron and the Ajax, which is out as well. It is over on this position here. As the villagers are getting targeted down, he will be losing one to the Minotaur as that town center is being completely denied. Though, technically speaking, the Wadget should, with the animals, should be able to win this fight, as that's a silly villager there, as the villagers are going to be retreating away, and now the Minotaur does end up retreating. More villagers coming on, but now look at this, that not only is Ajax coming in, which would be a problem in of itself. We've also got 2 Hippocon coming in as well. The Pharaoh are going to move forward, but I don't know if this is going to be enough. He's going to need to send some more villagers over. He still doesn't have a single barracks up in this position, and Kvoth might be heading his way to an early victory with this sort of an advantage here. 12 fishing ships, 33 villages, Pharaoh under attack, Hippocon hitting the towns, and more Hippocon moving in. We do see a walrus out, which is going to be somewhat of an assistance here as the Pharaoh retreating away. We see some barracks getting dropped down. Is this too little too late? Walls already set up in the corner, or trying to get set up in the corner here for Kvoth to set up a trade route with that town center over here. It's absolutely beautiful as more villagers falling here as well. Gaboo retreating back into his main base here. Look at the food. Look at the gold. There's going to be a heroic age coming in really, really soon here for Kvoth as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see Aphrodite here as well, with the idea of potentially just dropping like a fortress down super early, maybe rushing Mythic Age here. You could go for Apollo with a Colossus push with potentially some Heliopolis behind it, and Gaboo is just not going to have any decent answer at all here in this game, as the town center gets deleted. Not going to be getting that one. We do see Kvoth actually going for his own third town center here as well. So he is just like, you know what? Not going to leave anything up. Not going to leave this game up to chance in the slightest. We're just going to get our town centers. We're going to sit on this economic advantage that we've got, and he's just going to push himself into the late game where everyone knows Hades sits on his throne above and in front of all other players, all other gods, I should say, as the spearmen now starting to come out for Gaboo. Now, one thing that I think is maybe less explored from the Egyptian perspective is definitely getting active with these spearmen and getting walls set up in the classical age. This is something that Greek players do really, really well. Norse players, depending on the Norse player, they can get these sorts of ideas done as well. Atlantean players, obviously not so much with the 3 population citizen or villager there, but Egyptian making these Egyptian classical units, a wall from this position here, over to here, over to here, would not go astray. But now the Townsend are also going up for Kvoth. He doesn't care. He's just going to continue Townsend grabbing. He is so far in front on economy that he's able to invest not just 700 resources plus the villager build time there, whatever that is. I think it's something like 900 resources total. I can't remember exactly what the math is. But he's going to invest an extra 700 resources here, dropping the restoration here. He's going to have this. He's going to be winning this fight as well. And Gaboo, with 1,200 gold in the bank, no idea how to deal with this. He is finding himself, as Set, being down 2 to 4 town centers in this game in a very difficult position. We're also seeing walls coming up for Kvoth, just taking it as slowly and as cautiously as he possibly can. We're finally seeing Gaboo getting onto the water here with some cabinets. But look at Kvoth. He's already got the resources to pump Trireme out here if he so chooses. And we see the Sentinels coming down on this forward position as well to also make things even harder, as if they weren't hard enough here, as Kvoth is now 63 plus 12 villagers in front. He is going to be taking a little bit of damage on this position, but we see Kvoth easily going to be able to garrison inside of his docks, doing some nice defense here as the fishing ships jump into their dock. And at the 10-minute mark here, Gaboo does say, you know what, screw this. I've not found the advantage in this game, and I decide to tap out. I mean, credit where credit's due here. Kvoth had a crazy advantage handed to him by Gaboo not going for the water, not going for a strategy around not going for the water, and Kvoth just took it and ran with it, and he was obviously just going to be way too in front to get dealt with at all. Let's do some quick math before we finish, because I do have some sad news, but I will give that one at the end of this math. So first and foremost, 30% hack armor on the dock means you take away 30% from 8, which for those of you playing at home, I don't know what that is, but I can tell you that it's 2.4. So if we then take 2.4 off of 8, take 2.4 off of 8, we get 5.6 damage a second. Let's say we take 10 villagers. We take 10 villagers to kill this dock. That's going to be 56 damage a second. Then we have to divide 2,000 because it's Hades. 2,000 by 56. So 2,000 divided by 56 because it's Hades. And it will take 36 seconds to kill a Hades dock. If you were to advance at 3 minutes and 36 seconds, as is possible, you would be able to kill the dock before the Hades player gets to the classical age. And this could have been, if Gaboo kind of knew how to make that work, this could have been a really, really interesting way to play. And I will keep it in the back of my mind for secret strats, even though I've just told you it. And you have to remember that this is also possible on other docks. If we were to go against, say, maybe not Hades, but against Zeus, who would not be 2,000 HP, but 1,600 HP. What was the math? The math was 56 divided by 56 is 28 seconds or 29 seconds, so a little bit faster to kill that dock there. Could be well worth it, though. It's a lot of resources to invest in killing the dock, but then you get the fish for yourself, the entirety of the ocean, and it could work out. I don't know. Anyways, the sad news here is that, unfortunately, game number 3 did not record for whatever reason. We don't have access to it. I will be spoiling said result. There isn't. I think there is a version of it, so if you want to go and watch game number 3, I would say stop the video now, pause the video or whatever, and you can go over to Black Adder's Plays Twitch channel and watch it there. Otherwise, that is the end of the series. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.